Hey there, welcome to Consult a Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and in today's episode, we are covering day 30 of the Leda Challenge. And today's topic is actions we're going to take after this challenge. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Let's get to it.
Disappointed by reality, trying to come back, start something new, build up yourself, it's all to you. Stay strong no matter what they say, you keep getting better every day. Hold your head up, never gonna stop, fears and proud, stand up and shout. Stand my ground.
Hey, as I said, welcome to Consult a Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and we are covering day 30 of the Leda Challenge. Wow, 30 days of going live has sure passed awfully quick. We've got one more day of the daily live streams for this challenge. And I can't believe these past 4 weeks have just flown by. In fact, I'm actually listening to one of my sisters right now from the Leda fam because she's having a rough day. So if you notice me making comments on my phone, it is not going to be to you in the live stream here on YouTube today, as I am listening to one of my good friends and sisters from the challenge, and she just needs that empathetic ear today. And that's one of the reasons that I was making the comments I did yesterday about being the close-knit community where we can be able to support each other if you need somebody to talk to, vent to, bitch to, or a shoulder to cry on. I might not be able to physically be with my sister from the Leda fam, but I can at least listen to her in her time of need. And that's what I expect from our community here. And I'm grateful for all of you because you have been doing that already because of me doing these live streams every single day. You're not only interacting with me, but you're interacting with each other. And we're creating these closer relationships to where you know that you have somebody you can talk to in any situation. And I'm grateful for that because everybody here is a part of this community, whether you're blind or visually impaired, disabled, or sighted. Everybody has been open and caring and friendly with each other and respectful no matter what our different opinions are. And I'm very grateful for that. And I thank you with all my heart because that is exactly what I want to see happen here for our community. It's the same thing that's happening with our Leda family on the challenge, because a lot of us, as you've seen in my previous streams, have taken this challenge very personal and shared some very deep innermost personal feelings and thoughts and opinions and struggles that we've all had. And that's what I'm doing right now, is being that listening ear for somebody who needs it. And I thank you for being understanding of that and the values that I hope to instill in all of our viewers and subscribers here on this channel. Hey Kim, nice to see you here. Thank you for joining. Crap, I'm trying to remember your name. I'm trying to remember. Bunsong. Thank you for being here. Now, is it pronounced Boonsong Joy, or am I saying it wrong? Is it one word or is it both words for your first name? Or how would I pronounce that? But it is grateful that you're here. I do greatly appreciate you joining us here in the live stream as well as on the Facebook group. It's greatly appreciated. So today's mission, I'm going to pull up my notes here so I can read this to you so you really understand what I have to do for today's challenge, because I did not write down any bullet points or anything. I'm winging it like most of the time. Today's mission is let's look ahead to create an action plan so you don't lose the momentum you've started here in the challenge. Remember, the action you take does not need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Your mission: choose the next 3 steps you'll take after this challenge is over for your imperfect action plan. Sorry, I think my phone just froze on me. Okay, she's done with her live stream. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to make sure that my phone did not freeze while I was listening to my Leda sister. But now that she is done live streaming, I can take that out because I will message her after this stream to see exactly how I might be of service after this, because we had a few people there in the stream listening at the same time. But as I was saying, that is what I hope to see here within our community. Whether you reach out to me or maybe it's somebody else within our community, you know that you can have somebody that will be here and listen to you without a judgmental ear on whatever your situation may be, whether it's something personal, whether it's with business, whether it's with your family, maybe it's just being having a bad day because of your vision screwing with you even more than usual, like I had my low vision day a couple days ago. And thank you for tolerating me being a little bit low energy and things the other day, because I was doing my best to push through that stream, and that was the first time I medicated before coming on camera. And I mean, when I medicated, it was literally not 5 seconds before I came on camera because my head was pounding like there was no tomorrow. And that's what I hope that our community can do here for everybody, besides learning about the visually impaired, and besides learning about the different common problems and questions and ways to get off of disability and things. We will be talking on a few different things as well. I am going to be implementing more topics within to some of these live streams and recorded content. Some of you have already seen my video a few weeks ago about the riots in Grand Rapids and everything else going around because of the situation with discrimination and racism and police brutality that's been going on the last few months because of this pandemic. And it's not that it just started because of the pandemic, it's just increasing since the pandemic. And we will have future discussions on some sensitive topics and current events and things like that. And that is one step that I'm going to classify within my 3 that I'm supposed to come up with today. Now, what is another step that I plan on doing for my action plan? Well, the other day when we had our discussion, we discussed the community group name, and we also discussed how often you would like to see me live here on a regular basis. And a few of you said at least once a week, which I can definitely do at least once. It was also suggested that I take a couple clips possibly from each live stream and turn them into additional content for the channel because of some of the topics that we discuss. Excuse me. Hey, just Samson, bruh. Nice to see you here. Greatly appreciated. And yes, I know I'm leaning forward and I'm doing my best to make sure that I can see everything that's going on, because I was actually listening to a sister in the Leda Facebook group when I first started. And I'm glad that she has felt comfortable enough today to reach out to us in the Leda fam for a listening ear for her needs today, because she was quite emotional, and I can totally understand that because a lot of us have been sharing a lot of personal stuff within the challenge. And that brings me to, sorry, what are you struggling with? Anything. Are you struggling with your channel? Are you struggling with your brand? Are you struggling with your eyes and learning your mobility skills to be able to be independent? Anything. What is it that you're struggling with right now that I might be able to help you out with? If you're here with me live, please feel free to drop it in the chat and we can be able to chat a little bit about it now. Or if you don't wish to chat about it, you can always email me at consult.ablindguy@gmail.com, and you can hit me up there personally. I am the only one that manages my email. And if you need a listening ear, then that's what I'm here for. If you need help with your content, with your channel, anything like that, you could feel free to hit me up. I am going to figure out a better way to do some of this stuff because it is so freaking hard to see some of this stuff. So I am going to be making some further suggestions to StreamYard about things that we can possibly improve on for us. Thankfully, I have this new laptop, so I'm not going to worry too much about looking at the on camera thing because I'm the only one here. So I will be bouncing back and forth between the chat and overlays and things like that. And I have it ultra zoomed in at the moment. In fact, let me take a second and I will pull up the chat on my phone. That way I can at least read them and still have my overlays on the computer so I can put them up when they're needed. Switch to my other account here real quick. There we go. Alright, now I can monitor the chat with my phone again like normal. And thank you for bearing with me. It's greatly appreciated. Another way that I intend on an action plan for moving forward after this challenge. Well, as I said, I'm already going to continue live streaming at the very minimum once a week. I possibly will do more. I've actually been working on a few different projects I'm trying to get done as quick as possible. And in fact, one of the things that I was doing just before this stream, besides listening to Alita Sister, was working on the transcript book that I'm doing for People of Video Conference 2020. And in particularly, I was listening to Ross Brand's presentation, and it's ironic because a lot of that presentation is on multi-streaming, and that's what I'm doing right now is multi-streaming. We are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, as well as Twitter. And if you're with us on Facebook or Twitter, please feel free to join us over here on YouTube, and you could participate in the live chat with everybody here. And that's the primary chat that I am monitoring at this particular time because it's easier to see one rather than having multiple tabs open on the computer, which makes it slower on the processing for the stream. So if you're on Facebook or on Twitter, feel free to join us over here. You don't have to, but you can participate a little bit easier here in the chat than you do on those other platforms. Twitter, I have not seen anybody chat from that one yet, so I don't know how to monitor it other than being on that platform. Same with Twitch when we are there. But I know Facebook and YouTube are like right there. As soon as you comment on the chat, it'll show up for me. I do want to welcome you all to the live stream. It is greatly appreciated that you're here. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat, or if you're watching this in the replay, please feel free to drop that down in the comments. Put question in all caps. It makes it a little bit easier for me to see. As I said, I am legally blind and I have to have my screen zoomed way in order to read things. It would be greatly appreciated. If you're new here, please feel free to join us also on Facebook in the Hangout group. You can search Consult a Blind Guy Hangout and it'll pop right up for you. I also have my page there, and that's one of the locations we're actually streaming to. Another way that I plan on implementing an action plan over the course of the remainder of the year, besides live streaming and giving the extra little clips from the live streams, we are going to have additional live streams where I will actually do specific interviews with other content creators. Now, I haven't determined exactly what day I'm going to do that yet. I would like to try and keep them a little bit apart from the standard weekly stream. So we will figure out a day that will work best for everybody to be able to participate and view those interviews. For those of you who don't know, I do actually have a live stream series that I have done in the past called Why Do You YouTube? But really, I think I'm going to change it from Why Do You YouTube to Why Do You Create Content? Because we are multi-streaming, I think it might be a interesting one for everybody to be able to see on the other platforms. That way they can get to know you as well as your channel or content, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, Instagram, Pinterest, or if you're just a blogger or whatever it is that you chose for your niche. I think it would be awesome to help you grow your channel and your community by helping you get some more of that exposure to the community. And if you are here watching this live or in the replay, please don't forget to smash that like button. Every little bit helps with the algorithm. It also helps so that when you do subscribe and hit that bell, that when you give a like, it keeps it in your liked videos section, as well as helps the algorithm for YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch all know that you actually enjoyed that stream or that video for the replay, hashtag team replay. And it will make it so that you stay updated on those notifications as they keep changing the algorithms and platform on a consistent basis. If you are not liking when you watch videos, sometimes they don't actually acknowledge that you were participating in the chat or things like that, and they will actually stop showing you notifications. If you ever come to the situation where you feel like you're not getting notifications, feel free to come back in, unclick that bell, re-click the bell, and it should make sure that you get all of them again. Go up here to check the comments a second. Oh, thank you, Bunsong. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for being here as well. I'm so happy that you were able to find the community and make new friends. It's greatly appreciated that you're here. Does anyone have any questions by chance? Anything at all, whether it's about the challenge, the future of the community, the content, anything like that, feel free to drop that in the chat. I am curious. I am going to be posting into the Facebook group later, but I'm going to ask the question here, since how we're live. Excuse me. We determined the other day that everybody seems to like the consultant crew or the consulting crew, and I'm curious of which way would you like to spell it? Do we want to do the traditional CREW? Do we want to do CRUE? How would you like the consultant crew to be spelled? We I want to make sure that the community is happy with the way that we choose it and how we spell it. And then I will also work on some specific merch just for the consultant crew. And I already have a couple ideas, but I want to make sure what you all think about the spelling and way that we will proceed from now on with that uh, stream nickname for the community. Checking the chat here a little bit easier on the phone. Here a little bit easier on the phone. Oh, why did that? But okay. It had to refresh for some reason. Gotta love technology, don't you? It's a joy. I was actually sitting here earlier today and working on the Amazon wish list for our community. I was going through and finding all kinds of good items for the giveaways in the future and possible contests and things that could be donated by the community if you chose to get anything instead of donating directly to me. You would be able to blast, donate, and purchase the wish list item, and then it would be shipped here. That way I could do our giveaway to the community. I've got things in there like books for the sighted to learn about the visually impaired and blind. I've got bump dots. I've got magnifiers of all kinds of different sizes and types. I've got talking watches, talking clocks, thermometers, drink level indicators, and canes, and all kinds of other goodies for the blind and visually impaired, as well as going through and finding some other things that would be useful for the blind and visually impaired uh, empaths that are here in our in our community who are learning and listening and being our extra support in the community, because I know that there's actually quite a few that have been joining us that are not visually impaired. For instance, like my bruh, Just Sampson, one of our longtime listeners for the past, well, month every day, but he's been listening prior to that for a little bit as well. And thank you, Just Sampson, for being here and being an awesome quarantine bruh. I appreciate you, and I don't know if I tell you that enough. Eh, Semper Fi, brother. Okay, I see you said something, Kim. I'm looking. If this were solely a business channel, I would spell it consulting crew, but if it's not, so I would spell it the traditional way, consulting crew. If it were solely a business channel, I would spell it consulting crew, but if it's not, no problem, brother. Uh, uh, um, actually quite happy to know you a little bit more personally because of our little chats and things that we've had and being a part of the quarantine fam. It's awesome. You're like a big brother. Okay, Kim, you're kind of confusing me here. You say if it is solely business, you do consulting crew in the traditional way, but if it's not, you still spelled it the same way in the traditional way. So I'm kind of confused. If you could clarify, please. Because I was looking last night and there's CREW, there's KREW, CRUE, and then like Samson showed it the other day with the U with the little dies, the little like dots above it that make it kind of look like a smiley face. I wasn't sure which way the community would like it. I kind of thought about doing the CRUE with the little dots like Samson had the other day because, it looks like a smiley face. And this is a primarily blind and visually impaired channel in the sense that most of our community are visually impaired. Granted, we still have a fair amount that aren't, but I thought it would be a kind of a funny thing for the consulting crew to have that the CRUE with the little dots above it because of that idea. Oh, Consult Inc. crew. I get it. I get it. Thank you, Kim. That looking at it on the screen the way it is, it just didn't make any sense at first. But thank you. If you would actually like to donate monetarily, you could send it to me at paypal.me/ravenandrew, and anything that you send is greatly appreciated. It will go towards this community on the channel, whether it is to make the purchases of those items already listed on Amazon that I will be sharing within the group, or whether it is to a charity, because next month that will actually be something I'm going to do if there is actually any monetary donations. If we receive anything, it will go to one of the charities next month. And I do believe that I'll probably send that down to the Retina Foundation of the Southwest first as the first charity to donate to, because as I've said before, they've helped me out quite a bit when I was in my clinical trial. They paid for absolutely everything, and I was down there for 3 days the first time and 2 days every time after that. And they're located in Dallas, Texas. and they actually do fly people from all over the world to participate in the clinical trials and things like that. I've heard that they've done a few different studies besides just RP. So that might actually be an organization you might be interested in checking out yourself as well, because they might have information that will be beneficial to you, or maybe they have a clinical trial for a eye condition that you have. Let's scroll back up here to the chat. Sorry, I've got the laptop like super zoomed in so I can see. Yeah, I know the that's from Motley Crue. I got a couple of their albums. I just can't remember what language it comes from, because I have actually seen that used before, and I think it's German or something like that, but I can't remember. It's been too long. I should actually look that up. Sorry, I was checking my notifications real quick. Um, the sister was commenting back to my previous comments while I was listening to her live stream. And I can respond to those in just a few minutes when this stream is done. Which I was actually making reference to Ross Brand earlier. Shout out to Ross Brand at the live streaming universe. He is another one of the StreamYard partners, as well as one of the presenters at People of Video 2020. He is awesome. He does a stream on a regular basis on his channel, as well as to LinkedIn for StreamYard. And he is who I was listening to previous to doing this stream, and listening to his presentation made me actually think of the statement I made a little bit ago, because we are multi-streaming here, and that is, if you are watching this on Facebook or Twitter, please feel free to join us here on YouTube, because I am monitoring the live chat myself, but Twitter, I can't see you. So if you are there, please feel free to join us. Facebook, I can see yours when they come in, but it would be more appreciative if you would join us here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest live streams and more, because that's how you'll know quicker than anybody else when I will be going live and what content is coming out and things like that. Uh, just looked up the definition of crew, and one is interesting. Something about someone who has been let down so many times. It also mentions angry. Yeah, it kind of fits me. It kind of fits the community too, because, we get angry with the sighted people when they discriminate or do things that we don't like and things like that. So it would be fitting, I think, Kim. I'm just saying. Either way, all of them, I think, are fitting, because I was looking at some of them last night. I just couldn't remember what the U with the double dots came from, other than Motley Crue, because who doesn't like Motley Crue? I got to see them just a few years ago with Kiss live here in Michigan for their farewell tour, and that was freaking awesome. Now I'm curious, how many of you are Kiss Army? Because I'll admit I'm a part of the Kiss Army. I love me some Kiss. Some people might not understand it, but I listen to a lot of music. If my music collection over here that I've shown a few different times doesn't tell you I like all kinds of music, then you really haven't been paying attention. I'm just saying. Because over 1,000 records already, and I just got another one yesterday that I've got to listen to for my other channel, which, if you're not already a subscriber there, you might want to check out Raven's Videos 1, and it's all one word with the number 1. In fact, I'll actually put that into the chat just so you can see it. As well as go like this, because it makes it a little bit easier. There you go. Not only did I spell it, but I commented with it. That way you can actually see what the channel logo looks like and know that that is the right spot if you choose to go looking for it and you're watching this in the replay as well. That is my oldest still active channel. I have actually been on YouTube since the very beginning. Unfortunately, that one there I just commented with Raven's Videos 1 is actually my third channel. And the one you're watching right now is actually my fifth channel overall. And I will have another one here in the near future as well. My first two channels, unfortunately, when YouTube first started out, they would not allow you to switch from one email to another should you have chosen to get rid of your internet service provider. Unfortunately, it was kind of stupid because, in my opinion, I could have had all my content from my oldest channel still up. I do have them on a DVD copy, but I haven't decided whether I want to put them onto the network just yet again or not. I've considered it, but they're like old, and I don't know if anybody really wants to watch any of my 10-year-old plus videos. That's what I thought was German. Thank you, Kim. I should have known that, but I've been scatterbrained trying to think on everything for content that I need to start working on a little bit more because I am doing the deep dive, into the print on demand sites. I'm also going to do a video on why I'm not using the other platforms like Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee and things like that. So you in the disabled community who want to actually get off of disability know exactly why I'm not using those platforms. Unfortunately, because of the restrictions and things that we have, they are not viable for us. So I am still looking into alternatives for possibilities. Unfortunately, I don't know of any others yet because I have been looking at the majority of them. I've checked out Stripe, I've checked out uh, Buy Me a Coffee, I've checked out Ko-Fi. Um, there's a number of other ones, and I even looked at Bitcoin, but from everything I can see about Bitcoin, there's no way in hell I'll even attempt to use Bitcoin or Bitcash or anything like that because that just reeks of even more issues and thievery from hackers, and no, not doing it. So I want you all to know that if you choose to send anything through PayPal, it's greatly appreciated because at the moment that is the only one I have that I can use because that's what I use to pay for my YouTube memberships to Nick Nimmin and D Nimmin and the live streaming pros and Pat Flynn. And I'm actually going to have to figure out which one here in the near future will actually get cut off because I want to contribute to creator fundamentals for a little while as well because Dan Courier is one of the people that I am a mentor of as well. I am also the founding member of, or well, a founding member of the People of Video Society. I was the very first co founding member, and it wouldn't have been possible without Dan and the People of Video Conference that I got a lot of the extra knowledge that I do now about being here on YouTube and building your brand and your channel and things like that. If I wouldn't have been able to go to the People of Video virtual conference, I probably would only have maybe a third of the knowledge extra that I've gained over the last 7 months. And that's all thanks to Dan because I watched the 24-hour live stream for TubeBuddy, and in that live stream, Dan put an offer out. I took him up on that offer because of it being affordable for me to be able to get a ticket to the conference. And because of the amount of sharing and things that I did and how much I enjoyed the networking meeting previous to the conference, I was the first person selected to be in the society group. And I will never be leaving that society group. As a co founder, I will ensure that that is one of my expenses every year to ensure I keep that position as a co founder and to be able to further assist any of the members that join us after this year because the society is open. It is approximately $20 a month, and you get to participate in a monthly live stream with all of us members, and you can interact with Dan and get info on how to personally improve on your channel and things like that. It's an awesome experience because we have a close knit community. In fact, a few of you have probably seen some of the members pop in from time to time, like Dr. Elo. Efron Lopez, my cousin, is actually one of my POV Society co founding brothers, as well as being a Leda fam, as well as actually being a relative, as well as Inside the Lab with Terrence. That is another one of my co founding brothers from the People of Video Society. And we all interact and chat with Dan and get further input and things like that. It's freaking awesome. If I wouldn't have been able to go to that conference, as I said, it would be a lot different still here on this channel. I've been doing a lot just so I can do my best to improve content and the community structure as best as possible to be able to help all of you. Please do not interchange the terms SSI or SSCI, which is often called disability. Yeah, SSI, SSDI, what is there? You've got supplemental security, supplemental disability, supplemental retirement, supplemental VA. That's why I just call it disability because the only way you're going to get any of them is to be disabled. Oh, other than the retirement one, anyway. Uh, all right, we've only got about 9 minutes left in today's stream. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them below. It would be greatly appreciated if you would put them in and put question in all caps. It makes it a little bit easier for me to see in the chat. Um, but yeah, I lost track of thought for a second. From now on, after this uh challenge is completed, I will be continuing live streams, but it'll be probably 2 times a week, once towards the beginning and probably once at the end. And I will actually determine fully over the next couple days exactly when it will be and what time, and I will set that in stone. I have a list of live streams that I watch and things like that that I have on a regular basis. So I'm going to fully plan out my entire schedule so I know what I'm doing on a daily basis. And once I have that finished, I will let everybody know exactly when I will have the live streams here. I'm also looking into having a setup for the live streams, possibly, to where we will do a live stream to all three different platforms, but it will be for a designated amount of time before it will actually come down to just YouTube. And that way, if you're watching us on Facebook or on Twitter or on Twitch, this is your preemptive warning that when we do implement this into the community for these streams, it will be most likely for about an hour that you will be able to participate, and then after that, you will actually be cut off and must join us on YouTube if you wish to continue in the live chat as well as be able to see the rest of the stream. One stream will be an hour, the other will probably be 2 hours. As I said, it will be determined over the next couple days exactly when it will be and how long it will be. That way I know that my schedule is not too hectic. I wouldn't want you to scare a bunch of blind people. Well, I scare the sighted sometimes, Kim, so that that's probably already been done. Um because as I was saying, the way that Social Security is with me, it's freaking crazy because they forced me into having disability and then tell me I can have income up to a certain amount, but yet they punish me for anything that I get. So it's one of them wonderful things. Our government doesn't know what the hell they're doing. They like to screw over as many people as they can to keep as much money as they can and steal from people on a regular basis. It's just the same perpetuating loop that they've been doing for years, which still drives me absolutely bonkers. It's like they ran from Europe to here because taking taxes, and the famous saying was no taxation without representation. Well, what the hell did you call the United States? Because they're doing the same thing here that they did over there. That, just saying, all them damn politicians, all they're doing is deepening their own pockets and screwing over the citizens that they're supposed to represent. That's just my observation, and as I said before, I'm a history nut, and that there seems like an awful, like, major repeat in history. Run from one country from taxation, create another country with taxation, and watch the government repeat the same thing that they did there here. Just saying. It's just my observation. Okay, what the heck? There's one heck of a delay on StreamYard right now because I seen your question come in here. But there it is. Finally, it's on here. Question. Can you read regular print with a magnifying glass, or do you just have some type of reading glasses? What is your visual acuity? My visual acuity sucks. I've only got like 10% in the left eye and 1% in the right eye. It's been like 3.5, 4 years now since I've seen an eye doctor again. So I can't tell you exactly what my numbers are anymore because I'm sure that it's not the same. The last time I went to the eye doctor for Social Security, the doctor that I had actually was the same one that tried to approve me for disability or SSI when I was a kid, because I've been screwed like this ever since I was a kid. And I met the requirements back when I was 5. But he recently retired after my appointment, and he said that I had a drastic change from the last time he had seen me. I went from having just over the 2200 sight to well under. Before that appointment, when I first got finally approved, it was like 2080 and 2060, but that was freaking forever ago. And now I don't know what it is currently because, as I said, it's been a few years. And the last time I went in and actually had to see the doctors, besides for disability or for Social Security, I went through my tribe, and my tribe has an eye doctor there, or well, an eye clinic. They don't actually do the testing. They refer us out to like RX Optical and things like that. And I actually ended up with 5 different freaking doctors, all of which were doing eye tests. And the one of them was the Vitreoretina Association in Kalamazoo. And I will not go there if I help it again, and if I do have to go there again in the future, they will not be giving me any damn eye drops, because if they do and I have a reaction like I had on my last one, I feel sorry for them doctors because they're gonna get hit and they're gonna get hit hard because that shit hurt. They dilated my eyes the last time, and my eyes stayed dilated and gave me one hell of a headache and stung for over a week. And I will not do that experience again. Because if I get eye drops and they sting like that the last time, somebody will be immediately punched. I'm not joking. I don't care who it is, why they think they have to do it. They will be punched because that shit hurt like there was no tomorrow. Think having issues where we get the little bit of stinging in the eyes, or like maybe even if we get the occasional pine needle in the face and that already irritates you, magnify that by like 100, and then my eyes felt like the last time I went into that place. Not fun. In fact, I think that's why I had such a drop in my eyesight, is because of all the drops that they put in. Because prior to that, it didn't, my eyes were bad enough to meet disability and supplemental security requirements for Social Security, but I lost a lot more sight after they did those eye tests, after I told them specifically that the eye doctors from the clinical trial, the head scientist, stated not to use eye drops of any sort, not even at the eye doctor, because every time that they do something like that to my eyes, it does more damage than it does good. And if I want to maintain any level of sight at all, I have to limit the amount of damage done by eye tests, because the bright lights and things that they use are highly damaging to my eyes. I don't know if you can tell right now, but my right eye's been twitching about half of this show, as well as I've got like the wonderful camera flashes all the freaking time in my eyes. And I actually do have a beginning of a video set up to be even more up close and impersonal with the picture I showed a few days ago about my eyes. That way you can actually see it in a higher quality than me holding it up, of exactly what my eye looks like on the inside, so you can see the effects of my X-linked RP. But we are at the top of the hour, so I would like to thank you all for joining me. It is greatly appreciated. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe button so you can stay updated on the latest videos and live streams and more, because there is a whole new slew of things that will be coming here in the near future. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. Put question in all caps. It makes it a little bit easier for me to differentiate instead of just looking at the comments, because I do get some of them that build up because I have to search through some of the spam that comes through. I have noticed that the last couple days that there has been a few spam links and things getting posted. You can always email me if you don't want to comment or put things into the live chat, as well as consult.ablindguy@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. please don't forget to smash that like button, help out the YouTube algorithm. It'd be greatly appreciated. It'd also help with keeping you notified of the latest videos and live streams. As I said, they've been changing the algorithm, and occasionally they have not been reporting the updates to everybody on when I go live or if I go live at all, as well as some of the other well known influencers on YouTube as well. I've seen them commenting on this the last couple days too. So don't forget to hit that bell as well as the like button. It would be greatly appreciated. We will be back for one more live stream tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Would love to see you here. Thank you again for joining me today. It's greatly appreciated. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out until then.